Well, you know, I know Southern Miss is not the Southern Miss of a year ago because of departures, but Bengaya and Armeling can play, and I thought Julian and Irvin did a very nice job on those guys. I thought our ball movement was very good, which it had been over at North Texas, which it had been over at Rice, which it wasn't the other night. I do credit Louisiana Tech for a lot of that. Okay, but it was better. The ball moved. Nothing like healing a team like ball movement. Everybody getting involved, and I felt like we had some of that going on tonight. I thought Matt Wilm played very well when he came in at the 16-minute mark of the first half, defensively, offensively. I thought that Julian had his best half of basketball since he's been here in the first half. He had 3 rebounds there. He had his armpits above the rim going back on the defensive board. Was great defensively. You know, he's getting a little more confident offensively, which is great. We made a little change tonight for no particular reason. CJ's a vital part of what we do. You know, we're basically playing 8 guys right now till Lou Stallworth gets back. And O needed those minutes as a lead guard. CJ, you know, seemed to shoot it better, maybe coming off the bench. He was very comfortable, and that was encouraging. Just overall, I thought it was a very good effort.
How important was it for your team to play as well as they did after the bad loss on Thursday?
Well, you know, I watched Washington today, who was ranked 13th in the country. They just lost their 4th game, and it was to Washington State. And it can become contagious. You learn how to win, you learn how to lose. So I think this one helped put Louisiana Tech out of their mind a little bit, which is important.
How huge was it kind of making them play 4-on-5, particularly in that first stretch of the first half, and you took on Armeling? How huge was that to get you guys going?
Well, it really was big. You know, Armeling averaged, I think, 25.6 points last week, and was a player of the week in our league. And I saw that Irvin played his best game for us, even though he was over 4 at halftime. We told him, he said, you know, most college teams, it's 60-by-2, 60% of the scoring from 2 guys. And we had not been able to take that second guy out. It's like Julian can't guard 3 people. And I thought Irvin, you know, kind of took that challenge tonight and did a really nice job, which is important, not only for Irvin's minutes and his future, but for our team. And of course, Julian did a great job on Bengaya, who had like 24 on that bus last year over in Hattiesburg. He's a very good player. He didn't particularly have the game that he probably wanted tonight, but you know, those kids played very hard.
Cooper coming off the bench, that's something you can see going forward. You guys are 2-0 now.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, I'm not into that. I know they're all going to play about the same amount of minutes. It's matchups dictate some things, and we have different reasons why we do what we do when we do it. But CJ's been terrific for us. You know, he's absolutely terrific, and tonight he was very good again.
Next few games are on the road. How do you feel about that?
Well, they are, and that's always a challenge. UTSA had a 20-point win against these guys. UTSA had the same margin of victory at North Texas as we did. UTSA appears to be improved. When I watched them on film against Southern Miss, didn't look like the same team. They shoot the ball very well, and that'll be difficult. I don't even know who we play after that. Who do we play after that?
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, who had a big win today at home against a top 25 team. So we know that won't be easy. They're all tough. They're all tough. And but I know that this one was very good for a team that needed to bounce back after a real struggle against a good Louisiana Tech team.
You expecting Stallworth back anytime soon?
Well, you know, he's got a health issue that we're relying on the doctors to tell us when he will be able to play. He's lost a lot of weight as a result of it. We're keeping our eye on it. I know he wants to play. Now he's been out probably about 10 days, you know, without any practice, any play. So it remains to be seen when he will join us. So right now we're basically an 8-man club. But that's okay. We're not making excuses. It's, you know, next man up. We got 8 guys that can play. Hooper's minutes tonight were very important for him. Matt played extremely well. CJ plays extremely well. We've got guys that can play off the bench, and we've got some older guys that should be able to play through this.
Coach Trojans has been taking a little bit more outside shots. Is that something he's been working on?
You know, I don't know, but let's just hope they keep going in.
Coach, you've had a couple of layoffs, more than a week. How important is this week of practice to get you guys headed into that?
Well, we've done this. You know, we've been around a long time and kind of know what we need to do, and we'll give our guys tomorrow off, and they'll come over and get some free throws and some running, light running on their own Monday. We'll practice Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Wednesday we'll have another good practice. Thursday we'll have a little scrimmage of some sort, you know, competitive like we're playing that night. Against each other with time and score, a lot of situation work. Then we'll fly over to San Antonio, another workout Friday, and get ready to go play a team that appears to be much improved.
Coach, out of topic, I mean, I came here for a story about Coach Haskins. Can you share your thoughts about him, please? And if you think, I mean, he did something unbelievable here, do you think it's something is still possible to do in your legacy?
Yeah, and tell me where you're from.
I'm from Italy. I cover the sports in San Antonio. I came from
Well, great. We really appreciate you coming over, and we're real proud of him.
Thanks.
And everything that he's done. And do you know who Daniel Hackett is?
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel is pretty good. He played in Siena. I'm from Siena, so I saw him closely when I was in Italy.
When you see him, you tell him I said hello. He played for me at
Absolutely, USC. I know.
Yeah, you know, Coach Haskins was bigger than life. He was not only a big man, but a big personality and a very talented man. His importance to this city is immense. As you see his mural on the wall, you see his name on the floor, you see a mural in the Foster Stevens building. In my opinion, you know, coaching is making players do things they don't want to do so they can accomplish what they want to accomplish. He is the best I've ever seen at that. He had a great ability to take players from all different parts of the country, all different walks of life, and make them work as a unit, not because they had to fit into his system. Offensively, he would change the system to fit what they could do. I think he was the best coach of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Had he been at Kentucky, he would have won 7 national titles, or North Carolina. It's in a place where kids didn't always grow up wanting to go to school, and he would take guys from all kinds of backgrounds and teach them that discipline was a good thing, that defense was a good thing, that they weren't bad things, and that they could rely on that and trust that, and that you know, offensively, I can change what I do to fit you, versus so many coaches in this country that say you have to fit in to what we do offensively. If you can't do that, then you can't play here. Very difficult job here, because a lot of guys don't grow up wanting to go to school here. When you're in New York and Detroit and Chicago and Philly, and there's not a player between here and Dallas, 12 hours west. There's not a player between here and Los Angeles, 12 hours west, and 12 hours east. There's not a player 12 hours north to Wyoming, and there's not one 12 hours south to freaking Peru. and so we got to get on an airplane to go see everybody we go see. And all he did was win, and win consistently. But he gave back to the community. He took blankets and rice and flour over to Juarez every Christmas and didn't tell everybody, in the back of his pickup truck, and took it to disadvantage. He set a color tone in this country that has helped heal social issues throughout the country, through blacks and whites knowing that they can play together, and that those relationships have now been passed on to their kids and their kids and their kids, and they can like each other, and that we're all basically the same.
Thank you.
And if you want 40 more minutes, I can give you. I love the guy. He taught me everything that I know, but not everything that he knew. Okay? There you go. All right.
We're going to bring Doc in, and then we'll keep a couple